Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I'm Rika and this is Rika Life. I would invite you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stick around for all the yarny goodness. I love crochet, I love yarn, and I'm just sharing all the fun stuff here on my channel. So while I'm talking, feel free to grab a whip, grab a beverage of your choice, and settle in as I show you what I'm working on. I'm drinking green tea. This is my mug going back to bed. Okay, so I have for you today 3 finished objects. Don't worry, I have lots of whips happening too, but I'm trying to share all my finished objects so that I can then weave in the ends, I can then gift, donate, or sell them. So I want to first share them all with you here on the channel before I do any of that, and that's why I'm making these videos. Okay, so the first project that I want to share with you is a bit of a scrap project, and I'm not sure if I've shared this on the channel before. I think I've only shared it in the community post. If you don't know about the community post, go over to my profile and click on community on that tab, and there's tons of posts there. I share something almost every day. That's where I stay the most active on YouTube, so that I'm always in your feed and you know about me and my channel and what's coming up. I share in there my new videos, I share my whips, my finished objects, we have polls, I keep you up to date on what I'm making. So definitely click on that when you go to my channel. And as always, everything is linked in the description box below. I have my tutorials playlist, I have a link to my Ravelry store, my Shopify store, Facebook, Instagram, all the things. Okay, so this project is actually a blanket. This is what it looks like. Maybe I have shared it on YouTube, I'm not sure. This is a moss stitch blanket, and I think I have not shared it only because I haven't woven in the ends yet. But that might just be me being lazy. I'm not sure. Okay, so what I used up was Karen Blossom Cakes. I had that in 2 colors. So this is the first color, this beautiful pink and purple color. And then I had a white, and then I had this orangish color. Oh, it's picking up the color pretty good. So this is moss stitch in the round, or a moss stitch square. This is also becoming one of my favorite stitches to do. I think I did this one with either a J or a K hook. So either a 6mm or a 6.5mm hook. And I was able to use up all these 3 yarns. These were all, I think this one was not a scrap. I think I hadn't even started this hank. So this was given to me as a hank of yarn. I think it was an blend of acrylic and wool, I believe. I think it was acrylic and wool. And I decided to just put it in this project because of the way it was spun. So maybe you can see the Karen Blossom Cakes is kind of like chain spun. So yeah, this is chain spun, and I felt like this white one was in a similar fashion. So that's why I decided to put them together. And this was a really fun project to work on. And because these yarns are, I think they were all worsted weights, number 4, it was really fun. It did take a while to get around the square, but I really enjoyed working on it. So this is like one of my favorite blankets or throws. It's not that big. It's not too big, but I was able to use up the scraps, and that made me really happy. I bought the Karen Blossom Cakes from Michael's earlier last year in 2023, and I'm not sure if they carry them anymore. They might be carrying them. Not sure if they have all the colors anymore, or this was like a limited time thing. It was a really nice yarn to work with. The colors were just beautiful. I'm trying to think, what else did I make out of my Karen Blossom Cakes? I think I might have made a mandala. Honestly, I can't remember. I go through so much yarn. So, but I have enjoyed using this yarn. I know that this yarn was a favorite of mine, and I might not buy it again. I think I had at least I think I bought 4 cakes of it when it came out. And these were 2 of the colors. I think I might have had a blue color. Sorry, so I had this purplish pink, and then I think I had a pink, and then I had this, this other color happening here. So I've had a couple of colors of it, but if you haven't used it yet, I would definitely recommend it. I think I might even enjoy using it for a top because it has such amazing stitch definition. Like, you can see the stitch definition there is just off the charts. It's so good. And I think I chose a really good pattern. So you can find this pattern on YouTube if you search moss stitch square, moss stitch in the round, just moss stitch, and you will find you can do moss stitch in many variations. And I'm going to show another one to you right now. Okay, so that was this project. I really loved it, loved working on it, loved the yarn, would definitely recommend it and use it again for sure. The next project is also in moss stitch, and I'll just show it to you before I open it up. That's the moss stitch, and I made a shawl. So this is a Line Brand mandala cake in the color Arendelle. It is so pretty. These colors on the ball looked so nice, and look at it worked up. It looks even more beautiful. It just has these amazing light pinks, dark pinks. It has the blue that it's going into, almost like it has a little bit of purple in there. It's so pretty. I really loved working on this. This you will find if you search moss stitch triangle shawl, or I think even moss stitch triangle scarf, and you'll find this pattern. I think there's 2 variations that I found. In one variation, you do 2 single crochets at the end of every round, and the other one, I think it's something different. So just check those out. You can find those all on YouTube. I don't have any tutorials for them. I followed other people's tutorials, but I really loved making this. And this is made, this is worked from here, and the triangle keeps getting bigger and bigger until you get to that point of the triangle. And I just kept going until my yarn was finished. So it was 1 cake. So Line Brand mandala yarn is about 590 yards, and it makes a decent sized shawl. So that's how I have been using up some of the cakes. I almost wish that when I buy Line Brand mandala yarn, that I buy 2 of every color, but my preference would be to be in the store and physically pick out the cake by myself, so that I can ensure that it's the same lot and I can ensure that it's spun the exact same way. The reason I say that is because last year, or sorry, maybe even earlier this year or last year, I don't remember, my friend had a baby and I made her a corner to corner blanket with Line Brand mandala in the color Troll, and I had 2 balls of Troll, 2 cakes. They were spun the exact same way, so I held them together and did it. Oh my gosh, that blanket, that corner to corner was just like lush. It was so squishy, and it was such a delight to look at and hold. It was beautiful. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to pause the video. Yes, so this moss stitch with my shawl turned out so beautifully, and I love this yarn. Line Brand mandala is one of my all-time favorites. I think this might have been a mandala baby yarn. I'm not 100% sure, but it's called Arendelle, Arendelle. I think like Frozen Arendelle. So I actually didn't know at all what to do with 1 ball of Line Brand mandala, but I decided that a shawl was good. So I'm actually like on a shawl kick right now. I'm making up so many shawls. For me, I feel like when I like a color, and especially, okay, so solid colors, I will buy like multiples of, at least like 2 or 3. But when they are color changing yarns, then sometimes I'll just buy 1. And just buying 1, sometimes then I feel like I don't have enough yarn, or if I had wanted to double it up, I don't have enough yarn. So I think doing a shawl is a wonderful way to use that yarn, showcase those colors, and just really enjoy that process. I love making shawls. So there's actually another one I need to share with you, but I just keep looking for shawl patterns now. So if you have a nice shawl pattern that you love making over and over, definitely let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what shawls you love to make. So far, shawls, mandalas, baby blankets, those have been my favorites. And right now, I'm just loving making shawls. They're so lightweight, especially now in the spring and summer months. So it's a perfect project for sure. All right, I have one more finished object to share with you, and that is another shawl. And that is made with Line Brand Sunset Nights. This is what it looks like. It's so beautiful. And this yarn has sparkle in it. It has sequins in it. So let me see if I can pull those up and show them to you. There they are. You can see the sequins. This shawl is done in corner to corner, and so it's literally just, whoops, I dropped the label. It's literally just made like this as a triangle, and that's how I finished it. So there's no decreasing, there's only increasing. Let me just grab the label 1 second. Okay. So this is Line Brand Sunset Nights, and these are the specs of it. I don't know if I can read it backwards. So 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 273 yards, and 250 meters. It is 90% acrylic, 10% polyester, a medium 4-weight. Recommends an I 5.5 millimeter hook. It says machine wash gentle, lay flat to dry. And this is the color Dolomites or Dolomites. So I used one ball. I think I have one left. So when I saw this yarn, I bought 2 in blue and 2 in red. So I have now made 2 blue shawls and 1 red shawl. 1 red shawl is still on my hook, and I'm making this exact same pattern with it, a corner to corner shawl. So this shawl compared to the Line Brand Mandala one is actually smaller. In the future, if I ever bought this yarn again, I think I might use 1.5 balls, just because I don't think it's that large. It's still good. I can still cover my shoulders, but I don't think it's really like big enough. So I might use more yarn next time around. What was I going to share with you? Yeah, so I was watching Lisa over at Happy to Hook Creations, and she was showing, so I'm totally going off on a tangent here, but she was showing Karen's skinny cakes that she bought from Michael's. And I also bought Karen's skinny cakes. I bought 6 of them. I think she mentioned something about shawls, and when she mentioned shawls, I was like, oh, I need to listen to this part because I love making shawls. So she mentioned a pattern, something festive shawl, something like that. And that shawl, I went online and looked for it. So it is a paid pattern, but that shawl is actually not made in a triangle. It's actually made in almost a rectangle, and then I think the ends, there's like a slant or something. There's something at the end, but the middle is all like a rectangle, a big rectangle. And so it's like a wraparound scarf or shawl. So I feel like that might actually be really nice, and I'm going to look into that pattern. I kind of looked it up, but I didn't get time to go through it. There's actually like thousands of patterns right on YouTube, and I feel like sometimes a lot of my time just goes in looking at patterns, whereas I could be crocheting. It's such a crazy balance. Like sometimes I'm just like, I want to crochet, so I'll sit and crochet, and then something will pop up. One of my favorite things to do is to go on YouTube and look at those posts of like Whip Wednesday, Finish Friday, and I'd like to just go through and see what are people making. I love doing that, and I feel like that's where I get a lot of my inspiration for colors, for ideas, for projects, for designs. So if you're feeling uninspired, I would recommend going in those groups, going wherever you go, whether that's Pinterest, Ravelry, YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, or anywhere else. But there's so much that people are making, and I find it so inspiring. So I just love that aspect of social media. I don't love everything about it, but I really love that you can like just see all these amazing ideas. And I've been coming across so many different types of art forms where it's not even just crochet, but there's so many things that people make, and it's so inspiring. So I think definitely for the summer months, I'll be making more shawls and more, smaller items, like that beaded purse that I made. That's just like a fun, quick project, and you get to use so much color. So if you haven't already, definitely check out my tutorials playlist. I have all my tutorials in there. I have in every video, the description box below, links to that, links to my Ravelry store where you see my written patterns, links to my Shopify store where you can buy an original that's made by me, and then, of course, links to my Facebook and Instagram. So there's lots of yarny goodness happening here. I'm going to be posting more videos all summer. I'm so excited, and I hope you are enjoying this crochet journey, and I hope you get to see and be inspired every time I shared something on my channel. So I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.